What are you doing personally to do that?
Back lines are doing it.
Looking inside.
Scanning. Okay, scanning. So ready? How are we scanning?
Like rating powers?
Yeah.
I think we go like a
Really
3
good.
or 4. I feel like we all
I would say, given our competition, we are better than we were definitely 2 weeks ago. That's where we're. Yeah, I'm possessing these. No doubt, no doubt. So, I know. So, okay, so scanning 3 or 4 out of 5. I like that. What's another player action that you must be doing?
Well, I don't know. For me personally, I feel I'm trying to find the gap between the field.
Yep.
Because there's a huge gap in the middle.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
So-
trying to position myself in that gap.
Okay, so that player action is what? What are you trying to do? Yeah, positioning, find space. And it's not big movements. You don't have to run a bunch. It's your scanning and then being like, here's the gap. Here it is. There's my angle of support. Okay, what else? What's another one? Because there's one that we're not doing that great at. Communicating. We're not doing great at it. We've had miscommunication between our 4 and our goalie. We've had miscommunications in the middle, 2 guys going there. Okay. So we've had a little bit of miscommunication in the back out wide. Okay. With Johnny being in great positioning but not saying or not being vocal enough. So that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. How are we with our far leg hips open? Man, there was a couple times I was like a profile. We came in, received far leg, and we were able to play Kai and Grant, the 4 and the 5, easily from the 6, easily from the 10 and the 8. That ball is going back, and now it's going out wide. So the data I had on first half, we had out of the 4 switches that we had from the 4 and 5, 3 of them were successful. It went all the way. One of them wasn't, and it was because instead of playing ball on the ground or playing internally, we played one big ball and it got intercepted. On Isaac's side, we've had 3 chances and all 3 successful.
Isaac's been cooking up a
Yeah,
score.
Isaac-
Yeah, he's holding. So why is his positioning good?
Because he's holding instead of like running into Axel.
So he's holding, he's staying off Axel, and he's allowing Camden to create the width. And he's staying tucked in inside. So now that outside back, does he go all the way to Cam? If he does, Isaac's wide open. So great job there. On Ethan's side, we've had 1 chance, and it was unsuccessful on a switch. We've used Ethan, but not on a switch. Why do you think that is?
Because I'm not as fast.
Nope.
You're not talking.
Think about what we talked about at the very beginning of the game. At the first 15 minutes,
We're not switching the ball as much.
for whatever reason, we're not coming across, but Johnny was tucked in too much the first 15. Now Johnny's pulled, he's wide, and it looks like this. Johnny is now out here. Here's our backs. Here's the ball. Ethan, this player, if he's there, does that make sense? No, makes no sense. So Ethan now is finding this ball is coming from here to there. Sometimes we're going in. I love it when it goes in because it holds this guy. We're coming out. Instead of Ethan being here, Ethan's tucked in. This guy stepped out. Boom. That ball breaks. Look at this. The first line of defense and the midfield. 2 lines of defense get broken with this pass. Now we've done that a few times, but not on a switch. It's just been a layback. Now we can play Johnny, and Johnny's open. And if Johnny has a good profile, receives far leg, we are in. Like in. Especially when we switch it. Because they're going to be coming across. And I'm so excited because next week we're going to talk about what we do once we get the ball there. Because you guys have really taken a hold of all the teachings. From the 6th position, we've had 2 switches, both successful. So what do you think overall? Yeah, pretty good.
Just need to
I
finish
think
better.
like towards the end.
And we're working on that next week.
I think towards the end they started to predict that we were switching back to the back line. Like in the very last one, they trapped Cam. I think that Kai should just play it back to me.
Okay, so when that happens, Kai, you've nailed it. That's what happens, right? So now, if they start pressing us deeper, I want you to look at who's going to be open in order to make the switch complete. Guys, come on, give me one more minute. One more minute. Then I'm going to move up their back line. Put a couple more guys in. All right. So we're here. We're getting pressed. Here comes the press. Ethan's marked. Here. Jonas was over here. Now, I mentioned to Jonas, we played him, and it was literally 5v2. That's what it was. Not the numbers we want. So he's getting pressed. If he gets pressed, ball here, this guy's cheating forward all the time now. This guy's cheating forward. This is where we find him.
Also, boys,
We find it here now. Once. This happened once. They did this. You know what we do? That's when we do a big ball. That's when the big ball's on. That's when we can go over the top. When Isaac or Ethan are that open. Okay? So, if it's